Hey, everybody, come see us on the road. punchup.live/Ian FIDANCE. Fort Collins, Colorado, Boston, Massachusetts, Winnipeg, Canada, San Antonio, Texas, Columbus, Cincinnati. I'm coming to you. Get tickets right now to see me and to see
I'm
you.
pretty much going to exactly those places. I'm going to Colorado, Fort Collins. I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to Austin. I'm going to you punchup.live/Jordan Jansen.
Milwaukee Improv as well in September. Bye-bye.
Telling jokes and having smokes, riding bikes all through the night. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Coffee ice no matter what. Now you know he likes it in the butt. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Being Ian. And life is shit, but you're positive. Let's find out what it's like to live a life. Being Ian. Being Ian.
With Jordan.
I know. I'm really sorry, dude. I had no time.
It's all right. Yeah. All right, blow it.
I mean, is it scary?
No. It's
That was a good one.
Is that-
both of you are Jewish?
I was gonna ask,
It
I was like,
is.
I
is
think
this
so.
a celebration or was,
Yeah.
was that mockery? I don't know.
It's
also
celebration.
impressive.
Celebration.
It was Mahachari,
Yeah.
you know?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bein Ian with Jordan.
Put your feet on the ground.
I say it like I get excited, like a kid on a roller coaster.
Okay, keep
We're
going.
here. Some of us are dry. Some of us are wet. But
sorry.
we're here to have fun.
Thanks for freshening up for the guests. Yeah.
Listen.
You smell terrific.
Yeah.
You look like you play for the Netherlands in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like the center.
That's
She
what I'm
looks
going
like
for.
she's like
I thought
an-
that taking the braid out would make it better, but now it's just
you look like the 8th grade girl that's like the #1 all-star on the field hockey team.
I thought we were gonna do a light workout, and it
And you
wasn't.
didn't think to bring like a change of clothes?
I was gonna bring a change of clothes, but then I would have had to bring out shoes, and if I bring shoes, then what's the point of changing the clothes? So I just left the shoes on. I was like, I might as well leave the clothes on. I'm not gonna get that sweaty. And then I was dripping sweat. This I took off so that I could put it on, and it was dry, but now it's immediately wet. But Ian's brain dead because he got into a horrendous car accident.
Really?
Aren't you? Tell him.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of him standing next to a flipped car and was like this. And I was like, that's so rude. He just like walked up to somebody's accident and is like, a car's upside down. But it was you that was upside down.
Were you driving? Damn.
Naples.
He's being very
Naples, Florida?
He's being
Naples,
very
Florida.
Worst
like
fucking city in the
rapper
country.
about
of
it.
you.
He's
Really?
being-
You text me.
Yeah.
You're
I
being
know.
a rapper about it.
What do you
When-
mean I'm being a rapper?
Yeah,
about
you
it?
just are. You didn't post online about it, which is so uncharacteristic. And every time somebody brings it up, you're like, saw death.
Yeah,
No,
what
not
happened? Why are
today,
you being so
bitch.
cool about
Yeah.
it?
This just happened. Like
This
past
happened-
week?
He's not being
Uh,
cool about it. He's being uncool by trying to be cool.
No, I'm not.
You was cute.
I feel weird. I should have died.
Yeah.
Explain how it happened.
I got T-boned at an intersection, and the
What
fucking
was his
car.
name?
Yeah, I liked it, and I liked every second of it.
You got
I got T-boned at an
was it
intersection.
T-boned or wasn't it sideswiped, which is really weird.
Yeah.
T-boned is when the car hits you like that.
He hit you like that.
Yeah.
I thought he
So
turned and
I-
swiped and rolled.
I was making a left, and he hit me. And
Oh.
he was driving and went in the turn lane, and then started to make a left, and then he swerved and went back into the middle lane, and I had already been making my left, so he hit me. And the car rolled, and then it rolled twice. It rolled in the air, rolled twice on the ground.
Were you
landed-
alone in the car?
Alone in the car. Landed.
Texting.
No, I wasn't.
just kidding.
You fucking cunt.
Just kidding.
You're
If the insurance
paint the
company's listening,
picture.
he wasn't texting.
Yo,
Yeah.
Paint the picture. Listen to Alanis Morissette.
I listened to just ignorant beatdown hardcore. Just
Isn't
like,
it ironic?
Edit. You know what it was? I was a half hour away from the hotel because I was finding cheaper merch to print out posters. I looked for the cheapest place,
That'd be
and
the
it was a
silliest way to
half hour away
die.
in Fort Myers. So I was like, all right, I got a car ride. So let me break that shofar. So I got T-boned, and I just saw the guy, and when he hit the car, I just remember going, I said out loud, I go, here we go. And I just remember leaning to the left, and next thing I know, I'm hanging upside down from the seatbelt. The car is full of smoke. There's glass everywhere. People are shouting, screaming. A guy's hand is in the car going, take my hand, take my hand. And I'm dangling like a fucking
This is the
baby
worst
in a
part of the
baby
story.
born. And I go, hold on, let me get my cigarettes.
Oh no, you did not.
I swear to
You
God.
didn't tell
That
me
should be an
that.
ad
to
for
God.
cigarettes. That's
Right?
so. That
I
shows how
know.
That
addictive
would
it
be a
is.
good ad.
Yeah.
So the guy yanks me out, and I'm in a fucking daze, dude. The car's, smoking. There's smoke everywhere.
Just
Someone said
from
it
your
was on
mouth and the
fire.
cigarettes.
What's that?
Just from you smoking all the
'cause I
time.
had like 20 cigarettes in my
Yeah.
mouth. And
Did
The-
we see a car on fire?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
We saw a car on fire.
Like on fire.
Yeah,
like
we had to go a different
flames.
way because it was just a random car on fire in
Yeah.
Chicago. Chicago's doing great.
Yeah,
And
that was me. And I fucked up a
Yeah.
lot of people's days that day.
that was
Yeah,
crazy.
and so then they're putting the EKG and all this shit
no,
on me.
slow down.
What?
The man who reached in to pull him out.
That's what I'm
Sorry,
getting to. The guy that reached in to pull me out was homeless, and they're putting all these tests on me, and
Touched
they're
the
like doing
homeless
all
guy.
this stuff. And the homeless guy comes up and goes, "Hey man, I was the one that pulled you out of the car. I saved your life." I go, "Oh, thanks."
Don't
He goes,
touch me, homeless
"Can I get
hand."
a couple dollars? Do you have anything? Can I get a
You
cigarette?"
kind of have to say
I'm
yes
like,
at this
"No,
point,
you
right?
fuck."
He didn't say yes. You didn't say yes.
No, I said beat it.
How do you cheat death and then not give money?
You,
'Cause
be,
Yeah.
you didn't. You're the only person to
That
almost
homeless-
die and not become a better person.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what the fuck was. I just knew that this guy was wanting money, and I was like, "Oh, get out of here, get out!" Like I was.
That was your
fucked up.
homeless angel. You just, and then he just
yeah.
goes and shits in a bag.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should have given him some money.
By the way,
Fuck.
homeless
I
in
wasn't
Naples
thinking.
that's a weird life.
It's really
Because that's
funny.
like the richest city in the country.
Yeah.
And
Is
you
it?
just and you're
Yeah,
per
they're
capita. I
wealthy,
think it's
yeah.
the most wealthy city,
Yeah.
and you're just it's an
Dude,
awful
look at this
city.
picture, Ethan. You can pop it up. It's
a
fucking
few days
crazy.
before, I had lost Coyote in a park, and I had told him that I was like literally so scared that I was asking my dead father to return her. And then he
Oh,
sends this
shoot.
text where he's like, "My dad saved me today too," and then sends the flipped car, which is so funny that you were like, "Thanks, Dad, homeless man. You get 0."
Isn't that crazy?
Let me see.
Wow. And that was a rental, I'm guessing.
Rental. Thank
No,
God.
Most people after near-death experience, you're rethinking your life. I'm going to be a better person.
Yeah,
Immediately,
like
you're
an
just like, I'm
hour
not helping
later,
anybody.
not like in the. I'm telling
yeah.
you, it was. I got yanked out of the car, walked over here. They sat me down. They're giving me medical attention, and then he's yapping in my ear like, "Can I get $1?"
Yeah.
That's
And
the
I'm like,
picture
"Buddy,
you want. Look,
yeah.
that's how hard it got dented. Wait, so you were on this? You were turning left, so they hit the. So you would be dead if they had been
If I
on
was
your
the
side.
passenger, yeah. And also, if I didn't have
Wow.
the seatbelt, I would have flown out the window, and the car would have crushed me when it rolled.
Wow.
Dude,
And,
Audis are
dude,
sick.
Audi
the glasses are the
Sponsor
glasses
the
are
show.
broken.
Audi, dude. Airbags
Yeah,
came out
right.
of the wheel. They came out of the door. They came out of the
Whoa.
window. They came out of the roof. It truly felt like
they brought
I
a
was
homeless
being
guy to reach his hand in
Yeah,
there.
the homeless guy was Audi sponsored. It truly felt like I was like laid into an air mattress. Like it was crazy.
It was comfortable.
It was comfortable. I liked it. I liked it so much I fell asleep. No, I blacked
crazy.
out, and then I came to.
This
and
was after one of the shows.
it was during the day, Friday.
Oh yeah, it was fuck.
Yeah.
He
And you did
called
the
me
show
like
that-
an hour before and was like, "I don't want to do the show. I hate it. I don't like this place." And then he got into an accident, and I remember being like, "You're gonna use this to get out of the show, aren't you?"
So
This
no
is
sh-
the
you did
only
no
city
show.
where the
Yeah, I
show
had
is
to go to the
actually.
hospital.
Right, right.
Understandably.
I had to get CAT scans, EKGs, fucking X-rays, all this shit.
But you were playing Off the Hook Comedy Club.
Yeah.
That's the only place where the shows are worse than a car crash.
There it is. You hate Florida, right? You're the hate.
No, I
No,
like
Florida's
I
good
like
parts,
a
man.
lot. Florida's a real
like-
toss-up state. You get
Yeah.
either it's like Connecticut. You get there's a couple really good cities in there. Not really, it's fair a couple, but I mean the bad cities in Florida are like
I just remember
Really
you sitting
bad.
me down a few years ago when I was like, "Can you help me?" And you were like, "Don't go here, don't go here. Here is good, here is bad." And I was like, "This is
Just
but
a map
Side
of
Splitters is
Florida,
good.
yeah.
yeah. You're just pointing
Yeah.
at Florida
You
over
can
and
say
over.
the good ones.
Tampa's
Tampa's
cool.
good. Yeah, Tampa's
Orlando's
good.
even kind of
The
look,
flight home.
I don't
Flight
like
home is
Miami
terrible.
Improv.
We're doing that on this weekend, and it's like, look, they're gonna show up 30 minutes late and on coke.
And
you
drunk,
just have
yeah.
to. You just have to accept it.
And they
It's
want you to do
annoying.
a little dance, a little dancing. They love that.
But it's Look, it's
They
Florida,
do.
they don't have. You know
They
the problem is they don't
do.
have like real lives in Miami. They're like butt influencers. So you're trying to connect with people. You're like they
Yeah.
don't. They're like thinking about their next butt post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
totally.
Everyone's thinking about theirs.
I know.
I'm thinking about some butts.
I'm thinking about the term butt influencer and how much I like that because it's somebody who influences butt with their influential butt, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
They're like a fat ass with Vote Kamala on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I bombed so hard at that club in Naples that I
Off the
remember.
hook.
Yeah, I was complaining on Twitter. I'm such a whiny bitch. I don't know why. I was getting drunk after the show, just like fuck this city. And I remember Mika Zibanejad from the New York Rangers DM me, "Are you okay?"
Wow.
Like that. I'm such a
that's
whiny
what
bitch
Naples
that
did.
a pro athlete who gets the shit kicked out of him on the ice every night was like, "I'm thinking
Hey,
about
do you
you."
need
bud."
an ear?
On the road though, he'll bring up Naples just to the crowd. Everybody knows the story about how
Yeah.
Naples.
Yeah, what is
just
your
shit.
Naples story?
Oh, I just kept bombing. It was like one of
Oh.
those things where like an old man, I got into like an argument with an old man where he was like, I think I broke down in the last show because I was getting buried every show by this comic, Eric Myers, who was really a murderer, like a really funny guy. He's passed away.
You killed him.
I killed him.
Yeah.
I killed him for
He had to
burying
go.
me. But no, he was a really funny dude. But he had a lot of energy, and I this is how I talk on stage.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you either are with me or you're not. And
He was featuring?
yeah, and by like the last show, they just you know when you're just like, I'm gonna do like my first hour because that's my most broad shit. I'm just gonna do whatever I can to survive. I'm playing the hits. I'm just eating shit.
Wow.
And but on the last show, an old man just keeps heckling me, and I go, I fucking hate this city. I just say that on stage, and he goes, "Yeah, well, you're still here." And I go, "Yeah, well, I'll be gone tomorrow, and you'll be in a casket soon."
Yeah,
And he goes, "Well, you'll have to put me there." And I go, "That's not how time works." And that was like the one big pop I got. And then right after that, I was like, "All right, let me just wrap this setup." And I just hear a kid go, "Grandpa, enough."
That's good.
That was some kid's grandpa
Yeah.
who was heckling me. Like that's the trash you're dealing with.
Oh, that's great.
But it was like looking back, it was pretty funny. I mean, I thought it'd be funny to go back near. We did, I think, Fort Myers last time, right?
Yeah, Fort Myers.
That
yeah.
and that sucked. It's just it's not my type of
Fort
Florida.
Myers is right next to it.
Fort
Naples.
Myers is right.
Jacksonville,
Yeah.
I'm down with. Tampa.
I'll say, I don't know what it is, but so remember, sorry.
His brain's fucked up still.
Ever since the accident, I keep forgetting things. I'm getting like very
I will.
angry.
Can I make a suggestion? I think
What?
that you might. I am a victim blamer, and when people get sexually assaulted, I blame them, and I know that I'm doing this right now. But do you think that maybe you're in your head about it, and you're a little worried about it, and it's making you kind of like because you're a little scared?
No.
Okay, no, me
I had
neither.
to go to the hospital. They had to put me in a neck brace. I fucking my head slammed to the window. You stupid cunt.
The story keeps changing. You're like, dude, yeah, they gave
I was
me a neck brace.
airlifted.
You had a.
I was airlifted.
by a homeless man's hand.
I didn't want you to worry. I was airlifted.
You were not.
I wasn't.
You
But you
had
would have
a
felt pretty
fucking-
fucking
You
bad.
had your arm in the sling the other day, and I was like, "Why is your arm in the sling?" You're like, "The accident," and I was like, "Didn't that happen with Tony Hawk?" And you're like, "Yeah," you know.
No,
Okay,
and
go
also I dislocated my shoulder skateboarding with Tony Hawk, and
When?
a couple weeks ago.
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. He taught me how to drop in on a quarter pipe, and I did it. It was great. And then I tried to do it again to be like, look, I can do it again, Tony. And my shoulder popped out. I popped it back in, and it was getting better. And then I fucked it up again in the accident. So I do have a sling that I've been like using, and I just don't want to
They've
like
been yielding.
have it. It feels weird wearing it all the time. So I'm in it half the time, and then other times I kind of like do my little arm exercises.
You need little.
I'm banged up.
So you returned that car like the way it was to the rental place?
Oh, it's totally used.
Yeah.
Totally totaled.
What did
Yeah.
they say?
Dude, they gave me another one.
Really?
God
Did they
bless
really?
Enterprise. Yeah, you get the insurance. They literally,
What
you-
was their
you-
reaction?
they were like, "Are you all right? You
Oh,
know,
that's good.
these things happen."
What do they care? It's not
Where
their
did-
car, right? It's like
Dude,
some person working.
This
the
car
desk.
was completely totaled, and I went and shared all the information, and then they gave me another fucking car.
This is why the motorcycle's
amazing.
too crazy.
What?
This is why I haven't been riding the motorcycle because the more I hear about
Oh
this,
my
like
God, why do you do that?
I know
Yeah.
Cannon got hit, everybody
Yeah.
gets hit. They
Who
just
got hit?
Remember Cannon flipped his car recently?
Oh,
My
Cannon. Yeah, Cannon.
Yeah.
That was
like
a terrible. I mean,
that
same
kid-
as
Yeah,
you, flipped the car.
now we have a fucking support group. We're like texting each other, like, you know,
A motorcycle's the dumbest thing you could
Your
possibly
friends
do.
victim
Jordan,
blame you?
crippled Jordan would be a hilarious act.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jordan with like a limp and
I
like
already
she was
have
like
a limp.
off.
I don't even know.
I know,
what
but
it
like
is.
a worse
She's a
limp.
mental limp.
I already have a weird harangue.
Jordan with like she's like kind of stuttering. She can't get her jokes out.
Yeah.
She wins America's Got Talent. She,
Yeah, they love it. I kind of am like that.
Yeah.
You think that maybe you want to be injured? Fuck you.
You just love it. You love it.
I forgot what I was saying. I'm trying.
All right.
You fucking slore.
I'm
I
really
feel
sorry.
like getting crippled as a comic only is gonna help you.
Yeah. When you have the cane, everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Wear the sling more.
You could
Wear
say
it all the
whatever you
time.
want.
He said, "You think?" No.
No, it'll help you. You're fucked. You're like high energy. You need your body movement, dude.
I know.
When I have my period, I crush because I'm bent over holding onto the stool, you know, and they feel bad for me. And it's funny to
Why
just
you
be crippled.
bent over from your period?
Because you got it. When you get cramps, you got to bend over and put your butt out,
man.
kind of like that, like a cat cow kind of thing. You know,
Cat
All right.
cow?
you know yoga.
Yeah, I got the reference.
Yeah, you got to
Oh.
do it. You got to get.
We did yoga a couple times on the road.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
You didn't like it.
It's too
He
homosexual.
does it, but
What?
I don't. What? What is
What?
it?
Is it too homosexual? I said.
No, I just don't like it. I feel like
He loves getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah,
He just
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
like-
That's
he
my
doesn't like
favorite
the
part.
poses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't like yoga ever. I mean, it's every time
You're
I've ever.
bored. A lot of people get bored, I think, in there.
Not if you push yourself and look at butts.
I mean, you
Did you
do,
look
and
at the
then you're
butts?
like, those butts aren't interested in me.
It's only an
Yeah.
hour long. Do you feel like you're getting limber in there?
Also,
I
have you
feel
seen
bo-
Gary's
I feel-
career? You know he doesn't push himself.
Yeah,
There it is.
I just go through the motions.
That's good.
That's how I take yoga.
That's just that's man with wife. I think that's just how it goes.
Right.
Man with wife.
I like
Is that
it.
a yoga
every once in
position?
a while, I like it. I'm not-
Yeah.
every once in a while, a little yoga is
You
fun.
we both have trainers now.
I do.
It's the best.
I know. I don't like to tell people that because
Should we
they'll
hook
look
them
at my
up?
body and they're like, "You do?"
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Caitlin Bluefall lost 1,000 pounds and looks incredible. We have the same
Yeah.
fucking trainer.
Yeah,
Drive me
you
crazy.
just show up wet.
I'm just wet all the time. Disgusting. It drives me insane. People are like, "Who's your trainer?" I'm like, "It's Sid." They're like, "Oh, isn't that Caitlin's?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Huh." And I go,
Guy or girl?
"She's a girl."
That's why you're wet.
That's right.
All right. Why not?
Like a fucking 8th grade lacrosse player.
Listen,
But she's a
crazy.
good trainer.
she's really good.
It's
Yeah.
one
Look
on
how
one.
wet I am. It's one-on-one and it's boxing. I mean, I train like if I go home to Ithaca, then I box with a big guy there, and then if I in LA I worked with Jason Ellis. But I started it just being like we're gonna work out, and now I'm addicted to the boxing aspect
Yeah.
of it.
Nice.
But I'm not. I can't do the MyFitnessPal track. Do you do that?
What's
Where you
that?
track all the food and
Oh,
stuff.
fuck
No.
that.
It's crazy.
No, I still drink all the time.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
me get
yeah.
annoyed that a guy brought me the wrong vermouth this weekend.
I did.
Oh,
I did. There was
no.
no whiskey.
Yeah, you guys just had a crazy weekend, right?
Oh my god.
What
It
happened?
was so weird.
Yeah.
Everything
Did
was
one of
weird.
you almost
about it.
die in a car crash? Oh, interesting. Go ahead.
I FaceTimed you like 3 times. That's a lot for me, okay?
I know. I want to get hit again.
I didn't text you, but I was thinking about you, dude.
Thank
I
you.
should have texted you. I'm
well,
sorry.
I was
dude.
thinking, like, when all this is going on, I'm like, man, I wonder whose Naples story is worse now, me or
yours,
Sam's.
yours. It was just one of those like too many bad clubs in a row sets for me. So like I've been doing
sucks when
so
that
many
happens.
just bad papered rooms, and
Yeah.
and then that weekend hit me. But no, we were in Hammond, Indiana. It's me, Jordan, Nimesh Patel, and Krista Stefano. And first off, we go on. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, but I was like, let's go on. Whitney Cummins hits me up. She's like, you should go on. My friend, he's like, he loves your guys' comedy. You should go on his boat. He's like, he runs OnlyFans.
What?
And my girlfriend's like, is there going to be strippers on the boat? I'm like, it's like one Russian dude.
Yeah.
I'm more worried he's going to like talented Mr. Ripley us.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about like, you know.
Was he a Russian guy?
Yeah, he just didn't speak. He was very Russian.
Really?
He was born in Russia.
Wait, the guy who was driving the boat?
Yeah, he was Russian.
I thought he was Jewish.
No, there's Russian Jews.
I know.
You
The
didn't?
girl was really sweet. You know what was weird about both their faces? They both of them, I was like, don't I know you? With both of them.
Yeah.
At first I had it with him, and then I had it with her, and I was like, do you
Wait,
guys
were
just
there
set up-
OnlyFans girls on the thing?
No, there was the
no, it was Krista
girlfriend.
Stefano's daughter.
She rules.
But we made her wiggle her ass.
We did. We did. We
You're
did.
on a boat with this OnlyFans guy, just this guy.
Well, the problem is we walked into the office and Delilah goes, "Look, Daddy, OF," and Chrissy goes, "Shh, shh, shh, shh." don't tell your mother where we
Oh,
are.
dude, that was the best part. So he's like, I'll drive you to Indiana on this boat. And we're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Forgetting I'm wearing a suede jacket. And he just starts cruising. We're getting like soaked. I'm like, God damn it.
Soaked. And it
Yeah.
was choppy as fuck. I didn't even think about that. And then I
Yeah.
started being like, what if we like go too far out and we just get, you know
Oh,
what I
we'd
mean?
have to.
Like,
we were
what if
gonna
this
roll
guy's
into
just
this.
crazy and he's a fan and he's like, yeah, I'll do whatever you say, but it's like horribly dangerous and we have a child?
No, it's not a good idea. And then so we end up having to dock. We leave. We take an Uber there. We get there. We're walking to this casino in Hammond, Indiana, and they stop us on the the loading dock trying to get into the
A man with a
casino.
goiter. A man with
It's,
a
Oh,
dude,
God.
like
A
out
third
to
head.
here.
I mean, second head.
Out to here. Yeah, it was crazy. It was live, that thing.
Yeah.
And he goes, get that kid out of here. And we're like, what are you talking
He
about?
takes the walkie-talkie and goes, there's a little girl here with a baby doll, and then Delilah, who's like incredible and 9, and the daughter of Chris. He goes, they just call me a little girl. Okay, I am not a little girl. I am 9 years old, and they just said I had a baby doll. This is not a baby doll. This is an American Girl doll. Okay, so get it together. Wow. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I was like, let
Wow.
her in.
Oh,
She's
she
amazing.
called them
God.
idiots at one point. She goes, will you idiots figure this out? And we're like, you're a child.
She's like 9 going on 39.
Dude,
I love it.
there was one point where we were like, okay, here's what we'll do. And it was like, I was like,
Well,
I'll
they don't
go
even
up.
know. They don't even know what we're saying.
Oh,
They
right,
wouldn't
right.
let her in the room because they have some weird rule. Like no one under 21. Like they do fights. People will be like 18 in the fights there, like MMA. But you have to do like paperwork for weeks. The gaming commission doesn't have to allow you in the casino. So we're going to our agents like, hey, can you figure something out? And they're like, this is the gaming commission. We can't do shit.
I didn't know how big the gaming commission is. They were like, it's bigger than the cops and stuff. It was
Yeah,
like,
well, most of the cops were apologizing. They're like, this
Yeah.
is, and she's like, I'll just go back on that. She's saying, just let me have the people from the boat watch. And Chris is like, I can't leave you with the OnlyFans people if my wife finds out.
yeah,
I'm
that was
fucked.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That was my idea. I was like, well, just leave her with those people. And then Chris was like, no. And I was like, why not? And he's like, what am I going to say? Oh, yeah, I lost our daughter. She's with the OnlyFans guy and girl.
Yeah, and now she works for them. But no, we couldn't do it. They were like, get out of here. The cops were actually cool. The cops were like, it's a really stupid law, but we have to follow it. We're really sorry. The Goiter guy, the security guy,
Out of control.
was like,
Goiter
what
guy.
are you gonna do? Like, you guys got to get rid of it. He was like really pissy about it. And we're just like, let us figure it out. So we're doing like, puzzles trying to figure out how we can pull this off. Because they're like, she can't even be on the loading dock. She has to be across the highway. I'm like, you want us to risk our lives for your
That's
stupid
so
fucking
fucking
law?
stupid.
We were doing the brain puzzles. I was like, okay, if I go up and then I bring Chrissy up and then he'll bring Nimesh up and Nimesh will run out and then Nimesh will get Sam and that the kid will never be. And we're like, and I was like, I have an idea. And I was like, no. Okay, so here's a brain. And then finally she's like, listen, whoever goes on last just stays out with me. And then the person who goes up first comes and gets me. And I was like, oh, but we were doing the brain game for like a long time. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, that is exactly what we would need to do.
So Chris ended up going up first, and Jordan and I are just trying to entertain her. We're being fucking clowns. Like, she's like, Jordan, you go on that side. Sam, you go on that side. We're like, just do it. Whatever keeps her distracted. So, she's like, do lunges. So we're like doing the workouts for her. We're doing push-ups for her.
Push-ups.
She's screaming at us like, Sam, you lose. She walks up to me and like fake shoots me in the head. I'm like, this is a dark kid, maybe. But
The best part was when she goes, Sam, freeze. And he freezes and then he like moves his hand. She goes, you move your hand. And he goes, I'm really sorry about that.
I'm just trying to keep his daughter distracted at this point. So
You were scared.
I was scared of her. She's Puerto Rican.
She's scary, dude. She's scary.
She is scary. But then Chris gets off, and as he's getting off, the guy's like, you got to get her out of here. We're like, dude, what do you want? Like,
Yeah.
they're leaving. But he was on a fucking.
What do I want? I want this goiter removed.
It was crazy. It was just one of those guys who was like, this is my job. And that's like his life mission.
Oh, God.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
Mall cop energy. For
You're
sure.
never
Yeah.
going to get around one of those guys. Those guys are too tight.
Especially with that
ass.
goiter. How would I get
Stoked.
around
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're lucky that goiter didn't pull you out of the car.
You gotta reach, buddy.
Grab it. Go ahead. Touch it. It's the only way you'll live.
Don't be scared. It's not gonna bite. It'll save your life.
But the show, we ended up having fun still.
It was really
Hammond, Indiana, close to Chicago. I only
Yeah.
know because you told me. And then you
Yeah.
guys went to Chicago right
Yeah.
after
We
that.
stayed in Chicago.
Where'd you guys stay? What hotel?
We stayed at the Ritz.
Yeah.
They stayed at the Ritz. I stayed at the Pendry.
I regret staying there. Nimesh, of course, Nimesh was like, we should stay at the Ritz. And I was like, all right. I find that this fucker has like a deal.
Okay.
He's
Doesn't
such
give
a
me.
big timey. Did you see his framed picture of Kobe and
Yeah, what was it?
Chris Rock? That's his rider.
Why?
He just likes it. I asked him. I
Wait, a
specifically
frame
asked him.
picture of him with them, or a frame picture of just them?
Kobe and Chris Rock.
That's his rider. I have a sick rider.
Your rider's
What's
really
your
good.
rider?
Just a lot.
Bring
of
Gary along. That's part of it.
I
Like,
need Gary.
a lot of veggies, hummus, fruit plate, some whiskey, vermouth. They brought me the wrong vermouth, and I had to pretend this is what a team player I am. I was like, it's fine.
Oh, the steaks we got were so good.
Those were good steaks.
You have
I
steaks
want
on your
steak.
rider?
No, but they
I
had
just
steaks
ordered
at the
them.
casino.
Oh.
Yeah,
That made up for everything.
that made up for everything.
Man.
Wait, so
Chris's daughter was crying, but we got a couple
Oh, she was
ribeyes.
dead. Yeah, she got hit
Yeah.
by a car.
so
because
wait,
she made
what's
her
the difference
outside.
between the Ritz and the Landry?
Pendry.
Pendry.
It's
Well,
like a
one
great
is the
hotel.
Ritz is
Amazing.
the Ritz. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Pendry's beautiful. But
Pendry was
Yeah.
great. Good,
But the
good
Ritz
cafe. I
sucked?
told him to stay at the Pendry before.
I like
For
The
that
Ritz
one, yeah.
sucked?
I like that one.
No, it was
In
great.
Chicago.
I just
Oh.
it's just a fucking waste of money. I just
Oh,
I
yeah.
was there one
Mine
night. I
still
wasn't
was
even there.
$1,000 for 2 nights.
Really?
That's a lot.
It's insane. Hotels are
Oh
expensive.
no, 1,000 minus 250 because it was the incidentals, which is still a lot. Then I went to Fort Wayne and had sex.
With who?
A guy,
But
not this guy, not the butt.
You went
not-
to Fort
not
Wayne.
that
Well, you
guy.
had shows there.
I had a show
Okay.
there. I had
What-
sex?
a Fort Wayne guy?
Yeah,
Who? What? From the audience or just a dude you knew?
a guy I know.
Was it a comic
It was a comic who was hanging out, who I know.
who was hanging out?
Yeah.
So they were in town for something else. Or?
Mhm.
First time you met them?
Stop trying to guess who it is. I
can
can't
figure this
let
out
people
easily.
Know. I know, but I'll show you who it is, but I don't want people to
Okay,
know.
sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can
You
you
brought
say
it
it and
up.
we'll bleep it?
It's you don't know who he is. He's just a
Oh.
friend of mine. But it was the first time I had sex.
It's
with him.
Alonzo Bowden.
Did you find?
That's a good-
You fucked
That's a
Brad
great-
Williams? That's
I did.
crazy.
I
You
did
just
it. I
bleep
had
the
to do
name.
But yeah, it was the first time having sex in a long time. I didn't know we're all using condoms out here.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
God damn it. I don't want to go back into the dating world if I have to use condoms. That
Really?
sucks. The cellophane.
Were you going on a
They are
date
rough.
tonight?
Yeah.
They're rough.
Yeah.
Admit it. They are bad. What do you don't do it.
No,
Once
we
you're
all
with a partner,
admit they're
you,
bad,
You
but
raw
we
dog
do
the
them.
shit
Yeah.
out of your wife.
I got
You
the
have a
wife.
girlfriend. You can do
Yeah.
it. You fuck butts, which is safe. I have to use condoms.
No,
you
that's
don't
when you
use
really
condoms,
need to
do
use
you?
a condom in the
do?
butt.
I can't
You use condoms
get
still?
down with it. There's something.
Condoms are good though. It's
It's
an
a necessary
inconvenience.
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil in the world you
I'm
live
gonna be
in.
honest. It feels like it's almost like not worth doing. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
rough.
Everybody feels that way.
Yeah, this
Okay,
famous
good.
last words before you come back with herpes.
I know I don't want herpes. I'm very
Yeah.
OCD about it, but I do. I just fuck somebody who I know. I'm like, have you been tested? We both have, and then I only fuck that person for a long time.
But then you
But now
have
I'm gonna
this,
be
but
a-
then you have the other side of it. You the woman who wants like the paperwork, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. And you're like,
Yeah.
God, I got to figure out Photoshop at 2 a.m.
But don't we all want the?
Yeah, like exactly. Like you can't fudge that. Let me see the paperwork. She's like, what?
Yeah, play dumb. I had it right here.
It's like me with the service animal thing. I'm like, see,
Yeah.
it's fudged. My
No, I
service
get it.
animal
It
thing
is.
fudged.
It is. Every once in a while, that you get that woman, and you're like, all right, it's good to have a nag.
Huh?
It's
She's
not-
probably.
I'm not
clean.
nagging. I'm not asking for paperwork, but it is.
By the way, I look at that. It's like, do you have AIDS? I'm like, you fucking nag.
Yeah. It's like,
God,
you're
you
like, get off my
fucking-
cakes, woman.
Jesus Christ. Give me a break.
It's more like when I date somebody, it's like I'm just committing to dating them a while because it's led up to sex. I'm not used to this random sex. which-
Have you ever hooked up with this guy before?
no, I'm going into my
was the
hoe
vibe
phase.
was the vibe like
yeah.
you guys knew that you both wanted to?
Tell
Yeah,
him about
yeah.
making the
Wow.
guy wait.
I made Carter wait.
She made her friend wait outside
He
for
still
her
doesn't know that
while
that's what
she
I was
went out
doing.
to have sex.
Sorry, I lied, Carter.
She
I was
goes,
having
she
sex.
goes, why don't you circle the block for a minute?
Why?
And then she goes up to bang a
Because
guy.
I didn't want him to watch. Because he had to go to. Why didn't I say I'm going to go have sex?
No, I don't understand why.
Because he was driving me back to Chicago.
Oh,
So I was like, go. I was like, he wants to talk to me. Go to Kroger.
you go back to Chicago that night.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For
I
the
didn't want to stay in
sex.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah, you didn't want to fucking Fort Wayne.
No.
Oh God.
I
Damn.
did fucking Fort Wayne, and then I drove back to Chicago.
So you got 2 hotels.
No, I got one. Drove from Chicago, did the show, drove back to Chicago, flew out. We were in Chicago.
You were with this guy in Chicago.
No.
Oh.
Drove to Fort Wayne. Quick sex.
Okay.
Quick show. Bad show. A woman in the front row said she was raped by her father when she was 3. Said that
She
in
was
the front
raped
row.
by her father?
At 3 years old.
How do you turn that around?
I
What'd you
did
say?
turn it around, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It was a good
Clip it.
turnaround. I asked her, I was like, can I clip that? And she was like, 100%. I will make a comment that says it's okay. I forget how it turned it around. It was something about, I was talking about how when women have babies, they look like the father. You know what I mean? They look
Yeah.
like an old version of the father. And I was like, I don't know what that's for. If it's like, so they don't eat it or so they don't fuck it. And I was like, sorry, trigger warning to her. And she was like, and that got him. That was pretty
Okay,
good. You know?
that's nice.
It's
the
so
father
nice
part,
that you
too.
asked for consent to post it though, because there's some
Yeah.
people would be like, "You got raped by your dad." They like close up on the face, and it's like viral clip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
she
she
has to
came up to
relive
me
it.
after. She's super hot. And she
Really?
came so hot.
Wonder if she was a hot baby.
I had the same thought, but I
Yeah.
didn't say it out loud.
3 years old, raped.
Yeah,
Is,
Wait, you gotta be a
wait,
hot baby.
She was her dad. Oh, that's terrible.
that is awful.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. I guess it's
It's
like,
like they
more
made- if they made
common.
Did
Chinatown
someone have
like
to
a-
tell her? Or does
Yeah.
she remember?
Somebody told her.
Someone told her.
Poor thing. She was
so how
awesome.
does she
though.
know the person wasn't lying?
Yeah.
Because she kind of was like, why is this guy? Why is he like
Why
absent
did I
in our
grow up
lives?
walking weird?
Yeah. Why is there a hole in me?
Right.
She was like, why? You know,
Why does my
is he
dad always want to
absent?
spend time with me?
Yeah. Why is my dad in jail?
Is he in jail?
No.
Oh,
Why?
God,
He
that's
should
so
be. 'Cause
horrific.
Because nobody
Yeah,
believes
I
a
asked her
3-year-old.
why she didn't
That's
press
the
charges.
case.
Yeah.
Well, either you testify or not, but yeah.
Google Gaga, he raped me.
The lawyer's like, I rest my case. Damn, that's
Wow,
that's
that's
rough.
horrific.
Yeah.
I know.
Terrible.
But then I heard another story on the road about a guy being molested by his dad, and I was like, is this just something that's happening out here?
They don't have a lot of stuff to do out there.
In
Fort
the
Wayne.
sticks, yeah, totally. I just don't know if it's. I've also been watching a lot of Law and Order SVU, so it's compiling in my
Yeah.
head.
It's fucked up.
Yeah,
I love that show.
it's the best show.
It's just like fun.
They just had a Down syndrome girl on who got pregnant. You know what it
Wow.
was? Somebody was like, watch Law and Order SVU, and I was thinking like, rape case, hot girl gets raped. It's like, I had 6 babies. My husband raped all of them, and one of them is dead, but pregnant. Solve this case, and you're like, how is this allowed?
Meanwhile, we
On
can't say like
TV.
ass on Fallon, but it's on the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
network.
It's really crazy.
They're like,
Yeah.
there's semen on the baby's face. I'm like,
Yeah.
that made it in?
Yeah.
The episode I watched last night was literally a guy. It was a video of a man fucking a corpse, and I was like, "How is this on Hulu? This
I don't
is
know.
crazy."
But Mariska Hargitay could get it. I'll tell you that much.
Is that
What?
Is that-
Benson?
dude? She's so hot. Is she gay? She's
No,
supposed to be
she's
gay in the
married to
show.
a pretty hot dude, too. They're both, it's a hot couple.
But same with what's his face?
Who?
The guy. What's his
Maloney?
name? No, the other her
Stabler?
Stabler.
I met him at a gig. I had a nice, quick interaction, the best interaction you could have, where I did the MSG Garden of Laughs show at the MSG Theater, and like my agent is just admiring how handsome she's saying. She's like, he's so hot. Oh my god. He just, as she says it, he just walks by and goes, crushed it, and fist bump, and I was like, that was
He
it.
did that?
Yeah.
That's all you
Oh
need.
my
Yeah, I
god,
was
with
like,
his
nice-
Stabler
nice
Get
face.
in,
moment.
get out. That's
Yeah.
it.
Perfect.
Don't make it
hot.
awkward.
I can't decide
Yeah.
who I'd rather sleep with. Have you ever played that game?
I would rather Mariska.
I don't
I'm going
know.
with her.
So I think I want to look like Mariska and have sex with Stabler.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's what it
she's
is.
hot.
Did they ever fuck? Don't tell me.
No, of course they would ruin the show.
Stabler guy.
Yeah. He's got
Is that Chris
and he's like
Maloney?
this. He's like this.
Oh, okay. He's a hot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
He's got
hot, too.
because he's like not normal looking, right? I think that's part of it.
He's got a very large forehead,
Yes.
which I admire.
Yeah.
Huge forehead. Eyebrows down like this. She's hot. Do you like her in short hair mode? I'm all
Yeah,
about
I
the
think
short
like
hair mode.
we're talking like 2006. That was a beast mode era for Mariska
Yeah.
for sure.
What about the lawyer lady? They switched her out for a different blonde.
They
who
keep
just couldn't
switching
say
out
anything.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
one
hot
of
though.
them,
They're
one of
always
them
hot
was,
and blonde.
Yeah, one of them was married to Bobby Flay.
That makes sense.
That's got to be a
That
tough guy to be
tracks.
married to. He's just fucking every bar back. He's like, I got to work late tonight, honey. I found a new recipe. She's like, you piece of shit. Every time.
Yeah,
He
I'm obsessed.
definitely like every person you can tell on. Have you ever watched Beat Bobby Flay? You can tell like there's one judge on that show who's like a legit restaurateur or chef, and the other one's like a young actress that he's trying to fuck or is fucked. You know what I mean? Have you ever
Really?
seen that?
No.
That's like half the episodes of it.
Really?
That's
I
my
like
favorite.
Yeah,
watching.
no, he seems
I-
like a hornball.
What's the one with the kids? Chop Junior.
Yeah.
That's great when they just force this kid into the greatest moment of their life at like 7, and then it's all downhill after that.
Yeah, he
Some
peaks
kids like,
right there.
fucked up the lobster risotto. I'm finished.
Yeah.
He's
Kids
in
like, I
first grade.
fucked up the souffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucked up. Just watching trauma happen in real
Oh, yeah.
time, just knowing
It's
it's
so
gonna ruin them.
traumatizing
Yeah.
watching these little kids.
Well, that's how it was watching. Like, remember on Nickelodeon when they did the filling the tubs with tarantulas and stuff, whatever that was called. Remember,
I
it
hated
was,
that.
remember
Huh?
that? It was Fear Factor, but for kids. I forget what it was called.
Not the
What
worst thing
would
those
you
kids
do?
were touched by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see that doc?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was a
that's
good
rough.
doc. Did you see the music video by Drake?
No.
It's really good.
Really? What
I mean,
did
it's
he do?
hilarious. It's just like so on the nose. It just shows him like walking into a trailer with a guy following him in as a kid. They stall the camera over.
So he was
cream that
molested
is
for
butt
sure?
Cream. Yeah. He
Oh, I
admits
thought
to
you
it.
meant Drake the singer. I was like,
No,
oh.
Drake
me
and
too.
Drake.
Yeah, you said
That's
music
what I
video.
thought too, yeah.
No. Oh, but that would make
I
sense.
was like,
'cause he
damn,
was
Kendrick really did
Degrassi.
win.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's fun.
It's also funny that I know people have probably said this, but it's funny that you're watching SVU and you're like, this feels exploitative to rape victims. I wonder if it was just written by a pervert and then just Dick Wolf comes on and you're like, oh yeah, a Dick Wolf. Literally, Dick Wolf. I love Dick.
I'm convinced that I was the inspiration for a Law and Order SVU episode because I got in a lot of trouble for a rape joke back in the day in like 2013, and it came out like the next season, and it was a comic who was telling a rape joke on stage at the comic strip. That was like the club I worked at that time, and it was Jonathan Silverman, who I kind of looked like a little bit. And his whole thing was like he's telling rape jokes on stage, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like this is messed up." He's like playing a comic, and then it turns out he is a rapist. Which I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's Cosby. It's the clean comics.
Whoa.
Oh.
You can
Did you
look it
reach
up.
out to them at all?
What would I was a nobody. I was like, what am I going to
Yeah.
say? Hey,
Wait.
fuck you.
Wait, what was the joke that you
Use
wrote?
that as a credit for a
I-
little bit.
You've seen his life story on SVU minus the rape. I
Minus the rape. I did not rape.
It was a hit piece they wrote on me in like 2013. This woman wrote it. It's literally for my new special. It's literally there's a joke about it because the joke was there were two jokes. One was I was at this woman saw me at the cellar one night. I said, you remember this old joke? I said my ex never makes me wear a condom because she was on the pill Ambien. That was
Yeah,
one.
That's
of them.
good.
The other one was this was a little more dicey. This one.
Oh,
This one, the N-word
Yeah,
one.
the N-word. Yeah.
I just say the
Say it,
N-word.
say it.
That's the joke. And no, as I was sleeping with a black girl the whole time we're doing it, she kept dropping the N-word. She was like, no.
That's good.
And then I paused. I'm like, you guys were scared I was going to say the N-word. And then you're all like, thank God, rape joke.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the joke, really.
Yeah.
So they omit the punchline. This woman writes a hit piece on me. It's crazy. I just like I respond. I remember I was like running it by Colin Quinn. I respond. I'm like, oh, what should I say? He kind of read my thing and he was like, that's perfect. Then it became like a thing on like salon.com, Jezebel. I was
Oh,
like,
boy.
all of them call me like a nobody. That was the thing on me. So it's not enough to like trash me. They're like, this no name comedian.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like, unlike comedians like Daniel Tosh who tell rape jokes and have a following. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right, but
Yeah.
I'm
But
working
this,
on it.
yeah, this is all in print. Nobody has
Dude,
a video
and
of
that
it
was
or
around the
anything.
time too that it was coming out that it was like these are the comics that know how to tell rape jokes. And it was like Louis,
I
John
know.
Mulaney.
Right.
If you're gonna say a rape joke, say it like that was like that.
That she
propped
said it
Louis
about
up.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
By the way,
that
Louis,
existed?
Louis had a joke. I'm not like, I think it's a funny joke, but it's like, this one you like can't defend it in text where he goes, you should never rape anyone unless you want to sleep with them and they won't let you. In
Yeah.
which case, what else can you do? You
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was the joke and it would kill because it was
Yeah.
so clearly a joke. But in text, that's when you definitely
Yeah.
would look bad.
Totally.
That's
And
a perfect joke to me. I don't know why
Yeah.
that's so good.
Because
I
it's
love
so
that.
much you either get that it's a joke or you don't. But so then this woman who wrote the thing on me in this new special, it's called You've Changed, because I had a thing where she wrote I had a trans joke in my last special that went viral, and it was like a pretty pro-trans joke. All these trans people were like, hell yeah, good for you. You fuck yeah, like this is awesome. This one person writes like, fuck Sam Morril, he's the worst. I hate him. He made all these offensive jokes in 2013. And I swear to God, it's the fucking woman who canceled me, but she's a guy now. It's a trans person. So I literally responded, but you know that people can change.
Oh, that's really
That's
good.
the joke.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's why it's called You've Changed.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
you
yeah.
of all
But-
people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
But but it was like, oh my
She
god,
was trans and she was attacking you. She chose.
No,
she
she's
didn't like
trans
that.
now.
Well, she didn't like that I had a joke like defending trans
Yeah.
people. I think because she was like, "Fuck him, he did a thing I didn't like in
Right,
2013."
right,
But I was
yeah.
like, they're fucking all jokes.
Yeah.
They're all just jokes.
I
I hope
Yeah.
she
But,
sees the new special and she writes something back to that.
he now, buddy.
Oh, hey.
got a
whatever.
gender, got a
Yeah,
gender
you
and
She
fucking
problem.
comes after me.
cocksucker.
huh?
See, I've
Hey,
changed.
I
female
can't
to
even get it
male,
right.
very
goddamn.
rare.
Yeah,
More rare.
yeah,
Yeah.
I prefer them.
yeah,
They do. They're just sweet men. They're just
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sweeter men.
yeah.
trans
But
men.
Trans men I prefer over trans women. Trans women, I'm like, you're hotter than me. We're in competition. I'm not gonna buy those tits. Those are great tits. I can't get those. Trans men, I'm like, oh, you're just a nicer.
A lot of trans men just want to be a little fella hanging out.
Yeah, little dapper guy.
Yeah.
I'm just
Little kitty cat man.
I'm just a little dude who thinks all guys wear bow ties.
You know what that voice is exactly?
I'm just a little guy that wears a vest, just like all you other guys.
you're gonna be like a snail in a Pixar movie or something. That was adorable.
It's adorable. That's Steve-O's voice.
Yeah. Come on, uppies. 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 I want uppies.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of trans men. I've seen them on.
I do.
Now that
They're
I'm on the
nice.
dating apps, scary. Raya is horrifying. No, you
Yeah.
can't have the thing you got me. No.
I can. You haven't had any of it
I
yet.
need it. I'm drinking.
I was in a car accident.
God, here we go.
You
God.
sweaty mess.
Can I have a little?
Oh, I'm.
This is interesting.
You're what?
So you're on the date. You're on Ryan now. You're tearing it up.
I'm on Raya.
How's that going?
Bad.
Why?
Raya sucks, right? It's just all the guys are so fucking hot and it's like unapproachable.
I think guys have a better time in there than women.
Yeah, no
in
shit.
that one.
Dude, they won't let me on Raya.
Really?
We'll get you on Ryan, dude.
Won't let me on
We got
because I asked a gal that I ended up dating for a couple months for a
Referral?
referral,
Here.
and
Big words.
she got mad.
I
at
thought you were
me.
gonna say for a penis pick or something like that.
What?
I don't know why. I was like, oh, you got.
She
kicked
got
off.
mad at me and wrote to Rye like, "Don't let this guy on." Blah blah.
Whoa,
Ever
wow.
since
You-
then,
you
I
had
have,
a
Yeah.
non-referral.
She got
It was the
mad at
worst
you
thing.
for the
Yeah.
referral ask. Oh, because you've dated her. That's a crazy thing to
this
do.
was before we started dating
Oh,
when we were just like
Oh,
pals.
so she wanted to date
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah.
was like, "Don't let him on."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good move. Borderline move, but a good move.
Yeah.
I'd love
So
to
you're
go back on. It was a
blacklisted.
great time.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't match with people. They don't. I'm not. I'm a
I'm
ghoul to
blacklisted.
them. They are. The women are so hot that the people that I get are like
Gay 50
very.
Pussy. What?
They are.
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What'd you? Who's hot?
The women on there are so hot that when you get to my photo, you're like, oh, she's.
You need your Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I need.
That's
Yeah.
what you need.
I need. I'm a.
When they get to
hinge-
Jordan,
I'm a-
they're
I'm
like,
a
"What's she
hinge
famous for?"
nine.
We got you good pick.
When they get
I
to
bet you
Jordan,
we have good
for-
pick.
They're like, "What's she famous for?" Oh, something behind the scenes.
I'll show you my. I'll show you my picture. The top one is
Let's
me
see. I'm
choking
gonna judge your pictures.
TJ Miller.
Wait, it's with you and TJ Miller.
It's me like grabbing TJ
Let
Let
Miller.
me see. I want to see.
Cheating.
I want to see. No.
You can't see that it's TJ,
Let me see. That's a good
That's a
pick.
great-
right?
I think
I
you
like
look
it.
It
good.
doesn't
Let
look
me
like me at
see.
all.
Let me see.
Let me see. How do I see the other photos? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wouldn't put you with a mic in the second picture.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Let
No
me see.
mic?
I think it's intimidating.
Let me see.
Intimidate- Not
Oh
to,
my god,
not-
it's my job.
not to someone like me, but I'm saying to
Let
the
me
rest of the
see.
world. This is a weird third
I-
pick.
what do you
Some of
mean
these
they're
picks.
gonna
What,
make
I mean,
me-
what is this? The
What?
Exorcist? What,
What
are
do
you
you
doing
see?
here? What is this one here?
That's
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
What is that?
You're looking dead-eyed at
You
a
look-
child.
I would say you look nice in the first two. The first one, great.
Oh
Second
God!
one,
It
I would
looks
move.
like a
this
still
is what
from
I look like
Midsummer.
though. I don't want
This is
to.
a nice one. I like this.
I don't want to.
I'd move that to number 2.
Okay.
Move that to number 2.
It's not gaslighting. It's called leading with something good.
I like this. I take the hat one.
Yeah, it's
with
cute.
three,
I
yeah.
like it.
Ian.
Oh, I'm in it.
Two stage
Yeah,
shots.
come
I mean, come
on.
on. You look
Okay,
style
I
it
don't know
back.
what
know.
I'm doing.
I know.
I thought that Raya was like professional photos, and all of the professional photos are me
So
on stage.
contemplative in this one. Look
Yeah.
at
Let
that.
me see that one.
Deep in thought.
Right, deep in thought.
Get it out of here.
I'm on my motorcycle.
I'm on a motorcycle. I'm thinking about engines and
You got.
vroom,
You're not
vroom.
That's a
looking
good
at-
one.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think you have good
I mean, with
picks.
the
I think
with
the
the
order's
animal,
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd go with
Yeah.
non-comedy.
You have one
picks.
with you and me? Oh, that's nice. Let
Well,
me
you're
see.
cropped out, but
But-
I'm wearing your
Am
hat.
I think we got to lose this one though.
All right, I'll take it out.
Yeah, you do look like you have Down syndrome
No,
in
you
that
can't
picture.
have it.
Why? Can I see?
No way.
Why? You can see my Tinder.
The other day I said I was like I was like with John, and I go, let's call Ian. He was like, I'm gonna call Ian and check in on him, and I was like, watch, I'm gonna tell him that I had sex with somebody. Watch his face. and now we've screen recorded it.
Oh, you did?
And you're like, hey guys, what's up? And I'm like, I had sex with somebody. In your face, you go, what? And then we hang up with you, and then half an hour later, Ian barges into my apartment. Who'd you fuck?
So what is the dynamic here?
I did it as a bit because I
okay.
thought it would be funny.
He wants to marry me.
You want to marry me?
No,
you said you would marry me.
I said I would marry you if you would quit smoking.
You're the one that brought that up.
I said I would legally marry you if you quit smoking. And then
And
later when we were alone, you said, would you kiss me if we were married?
And you said yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You
Well,
said
like
yes.
a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't want to marry him, but he wants to marry me.
You do? Would you marry
She
her?
wants to marry me, but I don't want to marry her.
Do you guys
That's
even
not
marry me?
true.
Do you guys even know what that
No,
means?
I would not.
Yes, you would.
I swear
Jerry's
on
the
my
only-
life.
You don't
Yeah.
say that.
You got to pick his brain. He's the married guy.
Yeah,
here.
you don't even know what it means.
What?
It's gonna fuck shit up for
What's
you.
it? What's it like? You like your
This
wife?
dynamic, it's great. No, it's you don't want to ruin that.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
how
this
I feel.
broken fucking down person.
Yeah.
You guys still have energy and you're
I
still
had to ask to
lively.
leave
and-
my house.
Yeah.
I said, "Can I go?"
wow.
She said, "Where?" I said, "Just out for a little bit."
That's.
Work.
Do you have a child?
Two kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Are those good?
Foreign-
What would you
foreign,
choose if you had to choose?
20 months.
Wife
The,
or kids?
I mean, they.
You have to
First off, I would
choice.
lose my kids if I lost the wife, so that would be
Yeah.
great. No, you think about it all. You know, there are parents out there that see their kids on the weekends or every other weekend, and that's like that's not a bad deal. Think about that. But
That sounds good.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, you always see the movies about the
kids. I
dad
love the
like
kids.
fighting for like I need to, but like there's got to be a lot of dudes out there who are like, dude,
Dude,
perfect.
I bet you
Yeah.
he's probably talking to a lawyer like, just let me lose the case. You know, just-
Yeah.
just whatever.
It's really weird that it's split custody now. It used to like go to the women, and I know there's like crackhead women, but it is crazy to grow a baby and then just your sperm is means
lot of
equal.
A lot of times it goes to it's split, but then when they start going to school, then it kind of moves over to the mother's side.
because they can choose.
Guy who's researched this because he knows he might lose
I
him.
looked it up. They're still mine for a little while. Yeah. I know a little too much about it.
Is it sick though? Or are you like, this is the best thing that's ever I've done?
No, it's great. It feels like you wake up with a purpose, and that's good, I guess.
I feel
No,
like
I love them. I mean, they brighten up my day. Look at me. Look, do I look thrilled? No,
Yeah.
they're amazing. They really are.
you can never trust anybody with kids. Nobody ever says it's bad. Does that mean it's good, or does that mean you have to
So
say
many
it's
people
good?
say it's bad.
No, not the people I
It's
mean.
not. I
Yeah,
joke.
listen to Gary's dad. He hated it.
I hate my dad. I joke that it's bad, but it's good. It's just completely different than not having kids. I mean, change. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a weird change.
My mom
completely.
openly regrets it.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
She's
but
like,
you're close with your mom, I thought.
yeah, she's like, I love you. You're my best bud now, but like I would have done amazing things with my life.
Would she have?
Yeah, she's like very smart, but she just was a contractor her whole life, and now she's like trying to write a book and stuff. And she's like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have just been a contractor with your idiot father. I would have like gone off but I procreated instead.
That's what she thinks, but that's not real. Like
I don't know.
she wouldn't be some like other thing.
Yeah. Has she heard
When
of
I
J.K.
talk about having
Rowling?
kids, she's
Who
like-
raised-
Yeah, there's authors with kids, by the way.
Yeah.
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 Your mom's just making excuses
She is
because
making
she didn't
excuses, yeah.
actually try hard enough.
Yeah.
Just give
Yeah,
her
she's
Harry
taking it
Potter
out
and
on
be
you.
like,
Yeah.
See,
stop making
I
excuses.
am a good husband.
I'm not gonna marry you.
But kids
I'm not
seem-
gonna marry you.
But kids
You'll
do
marry
seem
me.
draining,
I
though.
am not.
I'll trick you.
I swear.
But I mean, kids could probably kill your dreams. I mean, like I'm sure there are people who have accomplished it, but it must be.
Well, there
I
are a
think you
lot
need
of
help for
comics
sure.
that you basically have to stop doing comedy when they have
They're
kids.
called women,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
And there's
that
no
was
place.
crazy.
There's no place for them in comedy anyway. So.
They should leave anyway. Chrissy
Survival
getting
of the
into the
fittest.
thing, not getting the thing, that was intense. Because
that
it was like
intense.
here's a dad, his wife had like surgery or something, so she couldn't come. And then it was like, I'm gonna take my kid and have like a nice weekend with her. And then it was like, oh, you want this gig though? Fuck off. You have a kid.
And
Which
she
is
was
like
crying. I mean, it's like for
Yeah.
a kid, that's like
Right.
you blame
Really?
yourself. You don't know
Yeah,
how to,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was tough.
Somebody should have popped that guy's goiter.
Just take a pin out.
Yeah. And he's like, thank you so much.
yeah.
I
He
didn't know
just
you could
becomes
do
a
that.
happy person. Go on in.
Waited forever for this.
That's why I was mean
He has,
to
he has a
you.
trans voice and a goiter voice.
That was an intense weekend though, dude. We were stressing, and I think it's hard having kids. It's got to be so. But you're right. Everyone who says Everyone knows kids are like, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Talk
so.
to some of my friends then. They hate it.
My
From
problem is
Delaware,
the fear.
they have a lot of problems, not just kids.
Nah, they don't hate it, but they're just like, oh God.
My problem is like right now, Coyote's at home and I'm not with her, and what running through my head is like, is she gonna chew on a piece of plastic? Is she gonna die? Am I gonna get there and there's just gonna be a little dog body who I love, and I'm gonna have, or when she was lost in the
You
park.
don't do that with a
Yeah,
kid.
I know.
People don't do that.
Well,
You don't just leave a kid in your home alone.
and you also
point.
clearly
But
should be
even with a
medicated
babysit- yeah.
as well.
Even with it doesn't work. It's not
Yeah.
working anymore.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't work if you don't take it.
I'm taking it.
Are you?
I'm taking it.
Good.
But
Can we talk about what you're taking?
Prozac, 30 milligrams.
Okay.
40's a little
So,
too
you
much.
so you're an anxious human being.
I have OCD
OCD. Got it.
and bipolar,
Okay.
which is kind of
You're
hard.
both bipolar.
Yeah.
That could be. Maybe this could work.
No. What are you saying?
Because so much chaos comes together,
No,
and
it
maybe
does
it's
not.
like two negative numbers or something.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Come
No.
here.
No.
Come here.
No. No.
She's sweaty.
I'm sweaty.
It's my wife.
You need a
She
stable
is.
person and a crazy person. Mike.
It's a
Vecchione's
bad
joke.
deal for the stable person.
Yeah, really.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you
and
gotta
what
have-
stable person is going to be
Well,
like, this is all right.
Let's call them.
Yeah.
Let's call
You're
them
not-
men.
You're not stable then.
A boring person with me is a very happy person. I keep things very lively.
Yeah, and you would be bored with a boring person.
No, I like them
yeah, You were
boring.
just with a
I
real boring
loved
person.
it.
Yeah, but
you
did-
hated
but- yeah,
it.
but he
broke
you
up
were
with
miserable
me.
all the time.
He broke up with me, but if he liked it, I love autism.
I mean, you need things in common for a relationship to
I
work.
do.
But is bipolar good to have in common?
No.
That would be bad because one
No.
of you could be
I
off.
thought you're gonna stop his bipolar.
His
good.
bipolar.
Well, actually, I never thought of it that way.
I think opposites attracting are like a bipolar person and like a kind of like,
I
know.
don't think
Yeah.
opposites attracting is always the way to go, because when you are so energetic and you're this and that and you're with a completely boring person, you're like, then you feel like you're the one who's always responsible for the energy and the activity and this and that, and you need someone to pick up that slack.
No, I like being all the energy, and I like them being like, get off. And I'm like, can we play? You know, that's what I like.
You definitely have a lot of energy.
I have a lot of energy, yeah. And when I'm dating somebody who hates me, I get a lot more energy because I harass them all the time. And I mainly date people who hate me.
No, thank you.
But there is like you would marry her, you think?
What do you? Yes.
I'd marry her.
Would you
yeah.
get married on the show like one day?
Ratings.
Yeah.
That's a big ep.
No.
Would you marry me on the
no,
show?
I'm not going to marry you.
You're the one that brought up marriage.
You haven't quit smoking.
You
Yeah, that
said
was my
you would
one-
marry me if
Stop.
I quit smoking.
Is there any world, Jordan, where you would marry him?
I would legally marry him with a certificate
Don't you dare legalese your
and,
way into
and
this.
hang out with you once a week, no sex, if you quit smoking because you're going to die.
So you
But what's
changed your tune. In LA, you were we would kiss, we would hang out 2 times a week.
That's I've reduced it to 1 because you've gotten more annoying.
2 times a week is more than he gets, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, that's insane. That's amazing.
But dude, this doesn't sound like a good deal for you, Ian. I don't know why you want this.
I'm the best.
Why? Yeah. Why do you want the marriage certificate? What does that mean to you?
I don't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the thing. She thinks I would.
He
Oh.
loves it.
No, I don't. no. It's very annoying.
No, everybody thinks that, but every person is waiting for us to get together
They're wrong. We won't.
because we're both too gay in the opposite direction. It's also
But it's like you have a
Yeah, but
Benson
maybe you're
and
so
Stabler
far
thing. It
gay
would
in the
ruin
opposite
show.
direction it comes around.
stop looking at us. You guys are both like this.
Yeah.
You guys are
Why
fun to
don't
look
you
at.
guys? Why don't you guys get
He
married?
goes,
I,
"You
my
guys
wife
are
actually thinks
fun."
it. It's like, you go, oh, you're with Sam.
Sam goes,
Sam's taking
"You
you to another
guys
nice
are
meal.
Fun to
Yeah.
look at.
He treats me like he's my wife.
And he
for
also
sure.
wines and dines me. I can't help it.
He also has sex with
go,
me at night.
We go on the road. He's like, I picked out a great restaurant for us tonight. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, you.
that's
That's
cool.
the
He goes on
best.
stage. He's like, make sure you have something nice. I'm like, you know me, I will.
That's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I
That's
want.
the
Is
best.
I picked out a restaurant. That's great.
The best.
Oh,
I might-
that's- yeah, that's
I
the
think
deal.
a meathead would be good. Like I'm almost like
You'd be so bored with a meathead.
yeah, if they had a
You need
huge
stimulation.
cack.
A what?
Cock, a big one,
Yeah,
big
but you
horse
get bored.
cock.
You need stimulation
Small
too.
balls.
You dated that guy with
Clitorals.
a huge dick, and he was really dumb, and you kept being like, he just doesn't bring anything to the table. I just realized how dumb he is, and how
I
I'm
need
the
to
one
stop
that has to
dating
do all the
comics that are 2
conversation.
years into comedy, or not 2 years, but
Oh my
you know, who
God,
aren't
what are
pushing
you, a
comedy.
predator?
Not
What the
2
hell's
years.
going on?
Yeah.
2 years into comedy.
It's
No,
fucking the shit she gets away with is fucking nuts.
I don't do anything bad. You do bad stuff. You want
I
me to
don't
get
do
into
bad
that?
stuff.
Yeah.
2 years
I-
into comedy.
That's
What are
not
you
Not 2
saying.
years.
Yeah.
They're 10 years in, but they're 2 years in. You know what I mean? They've been doing it for 10 years, but they're fucking still doing open mics.
That's worse.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Yeah.
good because they're
So,
not young.
so they've shown no promise
She's-
whatsoever
Yeah.
in
She-
something they've dedicated themselves
yeah,
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yep.
that's what I do. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
good. I don't want to do it.
That's still predatory, by the way.
Is
I feel
it?
like, yeah,
I
you're
don't
just
let
like,
them
you're,
open for me
yeah,
except
but
for
you're
a
like
couple times
looking
if they
for
need
them.
money.
Yeah. Recently too.
I'm not
You-
looking for them.
If you meet a comic and he's like, I'm 10 years in, you never heard of him, you're like,
You
I will
guys
fuck you right
fans.
now.
That's crazy.
You're doing the shit that like that shitty like male road comics do, where they're like, fucking open mic. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, dude.
You guys fuck fans, which I think is worse.
Have I?
think it's-
I've done a couple.
You have done a million. Everybody
A
you've slept
million?
with.
No, I've done a couple. You can't tell me what I've done.
Everybody you've slept with has been a fan, probably. Nobody's like,
It's
I
not
hate
my
your
fault. I
comedy.
keep bringing the heat, Jordan. No. I've done it a couple of times. Yeah. Well, sometimes you meet someone on an app and they're like, "I like your stuff," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Is that a fucking a fan or is that just
Also, the girl you just whispered in my ear was also new to comedy, bad at comedy, 2 years into comedy or whatever.
This isn't about me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan. Stop.
I was in a car accident.
I almost
Jordan.
died the other
Yeah.
day. Now marry me
It's
or
just
shut
the
the
water
fuck
that you're
up.
Jordan,
swimming in.
Guys doing this is old news. A woman.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that is.
What am I gonna
just-
do? I'm gonna date a fucking guy who's in real estate or something. Oh, that could be good. But the thing about not dating a comic is they're not funny.
That's fair.
And
Well,
if
there's
they're
a
not
lot of
funny-
funny people who
And
don't
the
do
comics
this.
you fuck are not funny. So it's like, what the hell?
But that's not true. There's a lot
Fair.
of funny people who don't do comedy. You know that.
I mean, yes, but then we become friends. Comics. What happens is I'm friends with somebody for 2 years, and then finally we have sex, and then we date.
Oh.
No, get away from me. And then and then we end up dating because I
Go
can't meet somebody
on.
and just immediately get it. Like it takes so long for me to warm to somebody.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Years and
Gotta
years.
preheat that oven.
I gotta preheat the oven. Yeah.
All right.
Like I'm going on a date tonight, and I'm like, I'm so thinking about bailing just because the idea of meeting a new person is so
Where'd you meet him?
Hinge.
Okay, so you got
Yo.
Hinge and Hinge is Hinge better than Raya probably?
Raya, I am a 4. Hinge, I am a 8.
Well, you're dressing like that?
That's the thing. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to have time.
Yeah.
to change. No,
Where's
I'll
the
change.
date? The park? What do you?
It
what are you
is the
doing?
park. We're going to the
Really?
park.
I nailed it.
What is it?
What
Wait.
park?
I have to walk my dog. I'm not gonna say what park because you will show up.
Okay,
I
but
won't.
Dude, you
you're
should
meeting
show
this
up.
guy. He scheduled a park date
I said-
of a walk.
I
You're
said
gonna
I
meet
have-
up with a strange man at a park after dark? Are you crazy?
Dun, dun.
Do you know what's happening in this city?
This
The
is just
beginning
living a
of
Law and Order.
Yeah.
That's great.
I said I have to do a podcast. I have to box. I'm not gonna have time. I have to get home to my dog. So if you want to walk the dog with me in the park,
It's like, I don't care. I'm going to murder you anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It's
matter
like,
to
hey,
me.
it's up to you. Wherever you want to die, honey.
By the way, that
Hey.
message would get my dick so soft. I have to do a podcast, then meet me in the park.
I
What?
use
Yeah.
I use the word
What?
Patreon also.
Oh my God, Jordan.
He's a
That's the
comedy
worst thing
fan.
is like there are women that I've like hooked up with like years ago who like now have a podcast. I'm like, oh, now they're gonna like talk
Yeah.
about, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just throwing myself
I didn't
in there.
realize some fucking MILF in Spokane was gonna start a podcast. I thought we were just having a fun afternoon. I didn't, you know.
MILF is so funny.
Everyone's gonna talk about it. They're like, you know,
Everyone does. I know. I'm talking about it right now. We
Yeah.
can't keep our mouths shut. Every woman has sex. I'm like, I had sex. I literally sat down. I was like, don't talk about the sex. And the second we sat down, I was like, I used a condom though. I used a condom.
That's good though. You should be safe.
Oh,
But that date in the park. So what are we talking? Like a 30-minute date or an hour?
Yeah,
what do you-
and then
through the park is an hour.
Till her dog does 1 and 2, and then it's like,
Yeah, they're like, that was good. Thank you so much.
so you're gonna walk with this strange man in the park.
I box now. I can kick
Okay.
his ass.
You
I
still
don't
think
know.
he can't chop your head off and put it in different parts
He's
of
not.
the
There's a
park?
million people around at the park. It's off leash hours.
That's what everybody thinks.
There's off leash hours with all your dog friends.
Yeah. That's
Even if he
You're not
kills
very
me, so
smart.
be it. So long as Coyote
Just
lives.
a guy in a ski mask waving to you.
I'm like, hey, oh, I like
He's
this.
got a voice modulator. Hello,
Yeah, so-
Jordan.
I mean, you do a walk. You're.
I met a guy in the park the other night, actually.
Really?
Yeah, that was a good run-in.
How was that?
Yeah.
I was just by myself walking alone, and he was like, "Can I walk with you?" And I was like, "Well, we talked for a little bit because Coyote was barking at him randomly, probably because he was suspicious." And then we talked.
And then once the blood dried on his hands, I was like, come on, let's go for a walk.
It
then we
pans
talked.
over. There's a picture of him on the wall. Rapist on the loose.
Yeah.
Your dog's like.
Wow, she likes you.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around the park and talk, and then I'm gonna go home because I live by the park.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
sure he
meet him
knows
at
where
the
you
park
live.
so he doesn't see where I live. That's what I'm gonna do.
Uh-huh.
Still ways to find out.
Yeah.
You can still
What
figure
do
it
you
out.
recommend? I go eat in front of somebody?
no, not
Eating's bad, but you don't. Yes, this is the trouble with being a sober dater. It is hard to do a sober
Cancel the
first date.
date and let's go see Long Legs. You see Long Legs?
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's
Norman
good.
said it's not good. Same with Ronan. They
It's-
both give
I
it.
saw-
Ronan said no. Damn, I can't.
I
Ronan hates
saw it.
everything.
I'll see it again because it's like weird and intriguing, and it like makes you talk about it afterwards.
Dude, I
You
watched
don't
one.
want me to go on the date because you want me to marry you. Admit it.
I'm not giving you what you want.
Okay. All right.
Dude, I watched this Korean movie last night called Memories of Murder. It's by the guy who made Parasite. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it
Parasite's
in theaters or on
great.
the? It looks like
What?
you guys are holding it.
Oh my god,
Wait,
it
no, no,
does.
give it, wait.
Holy shit. Holy shit, it looked like Gary's hand was in your
What if we
leg.
did hold hands? That'd be
That would
good.
be amazing.
What's wrong with that? I'm keeping it here just so it keeps it like that.
Wait, did you see it in theaters?
No, it was on
What's it called?
Memories of Murder. It's cool.
Oh.
It's about a serial killer in Korea.
Ooh.
Wow.
I
wanna see
want to
it.
see that footage of how it looks. That's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, you have to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was awesome though.
Yeah, this was really
It was
fun.
great.
Hey,
So fun.
so we're gonna wrap up. Gary, what would you like to plug?
So I got a podcast out right now, limited series called Number One Dad, all about my relationship with my con man dad. It's only 10 episodes out right now. You can fully binge on it.
It's incredible. If you have we were just talking, Ethan, you're listening, right? It's unbelievable.
Oh, nice. I've
It's-
seen stuff for it, and it looks awesome.
Everyone I've talked to is like, and I love it. I'm hooked on it. I listened to it before it came out. It's like a 30 for 30. It's like one of those highly
yeah.
produced music.
No
It's so
way.
good,
Oh, that's
buddy.
great.
Yeah, it's doing well.
what's
It's
it
been in
called?
the top 100 in Spotify. Number One Dad. So hashtag
What?
Number One Dad. Yeah.
Is it? Is there a producer doing it, or
It's through iHeartRadio.
Oh,
There's-
nice.
Yeah, and then so then it's out
and
anywhere.
he's just sitting down talking to you, telling you the truth?
No, so I talked to everybody. He did a whole bunch of different cons.
alive?
So yeah, he's alive.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so then I got to go find him. But I don't want to reveal too much about the pod because it's like a search and explore mission. And
Cool,
yeah,
okay.
and then you learn a whole bunch of different things and a whole bunch of different twists and turns.
I'm
Right.
telling
Yeah.
you, it's incredible. It's,
Ooh,
it's
hell
so
yeah.
good.
Check it
Hell
out.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Sam, what you got?
I got a new special on Amazon. Sam Morril, You've Changed. So give it a look. And I'm all over the road. He's with me. I don't know when this comes out, but
You've changed is beautiful.
Terrific
Ethan
special.
Dupree worked on it.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
We got I'm in Europe. I'll plug that.
I'm going to Europe too. When are you going?
September. Where are you going?
January.
You going all over?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
How many days do you give yourself in each city?
I gave myself too many in London for some reason. I don't know why, but
Like
then
2 or 3?
I think 4 in London.
Okay.
But maybe we'll add a show and then then like usually 1 or 2 for the others.
Okay.
Paris, Amsterdam. Fucking tickets still available in Oslo. What the fuck, guys? Jesus Christ. Like even Sweden's moving better than Oslo. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Hell yeah.
Damn Norway.
I'm a punchup.live/Jordan Jensen. All my tickets are on there. I just added, when does this come out? Friday. I just added a show. It's this Sunday. So if it's Friday, it's in 2 days. And I'm headlining the new New York Comedy Club thing.
Oh, on the
I-
Upper West Side
after I go to
Nice.
Baltimore. If you're in
Oh, word.
Baltimore, you can
I'm
still
doing
get tickets for tomorrow.
in August. That's fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Punchup.live/Jordan Jensen. Punchup.live/Ian FIDANCE for all my dates. I am in Fort Collins, Colorado this weekend. Boston next weekend, Winnipeg, San Antonio, iAnimal69 on Instagram, patreon.com/BNEMpod, and we will see you next time. Love you. Bye.